Hello, wonderful people. Um, I would like to welcome you to my 1000th day of my Minecraft build. This is 1000 in Minecraft days. Um, if you hear dripping in the background, it is raining and my roof is leaking, so every now and again you might hear a tick tick tick, but there is dripping in my room. So if you hear something, that's what you're hearing. If you hear a squeaking, that's because I've got a squeaky chair. Um, but I wanted to welcome you to this because what happened was is my previous Minecraft build was lost because my hard drive failed. And if you've ever had a solid state hard drive, you'd know when they die hard. Um, so anyway, what usually happens is I start my Minecraft builds at spawn. I try and find a world that I like, and you can see that spawn has a particularly nice number. And it's usually where my little starter base is, and then I will work my way out from that point. Um, Here you'll see to the right is my big temple complex with my sky limit tower. The spawn tower is just as tall, but why not have two? I'm taking the map away at this point because it tends to be a bit in the way for recording these sorts of things. But in case you're wondering, I love building gardens. So if you see a lot of gardens, I like building gardens. This is the front facade of my little palace, home, house, castle thing. I like vines. The roof, by the way, excuse me, is made out of oxidized copper, which is really frustrating because I usually put the copper down and then wait the 80 ticks per oxidation level for it to actually oxidize through each of the phases. Anyway, this is my little palace throne room, my two lovely LAs, and my two puppies. And of course, my throne room with the pink particle effects. Thank you, Minecraft. If there were purple particle effect versions of this, it would definitely be purple. Obviously, I wouldn't have a throne room without my books and my enchanting setup. And this is actually the way through to the main house. Now, this is technically the front door. This leads out to everything. But this is the way that I usually come through when I do everything because honestly, it's just easy access. This is the kitchen, the everything room. Crafting is technically under this table, is where all of the anvils are. My smelters, my storage. If it looks like there's a lot of storage, 80% of this is dirt. 80% of those are empty, and then 80% of anything that has something in it is dirt. My organization skills are not as grand as I make them seem. Rather proud of this. This is a little burner. What would you call it? A garbage disposal. You pop things in it. There may be things in here already, but I'm just popping in some extra leaves. Flick that on, and then a few hoppers. No, not hoppers. What are they called? Dispensers. Pop the items into lava. And is it overkill? Yes. Is it fun? Yes. Is the tick annoying? Incredibly much so. But anyway, yes, this is my little garbage disposal. Very useful. The closest thing I have to automatic storage in this system. I also have an infinite water block here, which is basically just a cauldron under a waterlogged stair, so you can take as much water out of it as you want to. It'll keep on refilling. My enchanting, well, not my enchanting setup, my alchemy setup, and that leads back through to the storage room underneath. This is basically just the basement level. I've got the storage tower, basically, and this is where I keep all of my nether wart. And then this door leads back into the storage room. The front and back doors underneath I'll show you much later. They basically lead through like an underground tunnel network. I'm very proud of it. It's not that impressive. But anyway, this is the ground floor. This is the storage tower. There's nothing in these crates. I just have like a cupboard and stairs with a lot of storage. Here I have my map room. This runs into the throne room. And I haven't really done much with the map room. It's still very empty. I do have my like world map, which is rather pretty when you look at it. I wanted to do like a, every 10 by 10 days, comparison of the build, but that never wound up happening. For some reason, I have bathrooms in my house. This is the guest bathroom, and every bedroom has its own bathroom attached to it. Again, not particularly necessary for anything, but there you have it. Here's more of that storage tower I was talking about that goes all the way up to the top of the house. Not that impressive. I don't know why I'm showing you this. Recording the audio in afterwards because reasons. This is my bedroom. Purple, pretty. A fantastic place to sleep. My desk, more books. I'm a nerd. What can I say? My music box. By the way, this chimney leads all the way up, and I often use it in lieu of stairs. You can access most of the bedrooms and the roof from here. Yes, of course, here's my bedroom, and of course that's the exact same. I'm not going to screw this up. Again, I'm recording the audio in hindsight. There we go, finally got the map in there. It's basically the same map, it's everywhere. Bathroom attached to every bedroom, and now I'm going to meticulously show you every bedroom because I felt the need to do this when I was recording the game footage for this. Blue bedroom, red bedroom, pink bedroom. The next floor has more bedrooms, so there we go. I do apologize if this doesn't have... Oh, by the way, yes, these sets of stairs do lead up to the throne room library. These doors lead up to this little tower, which can also take you down to the front door. I forgot what I was saying. Yes, I have a lot of bedrooms. By the way, I do apologize for the lack of proper closed captions. The program I used to do closed captions with is no longer free, and so I'm currently looking for an alternative. Rooftop has a lot of my cactuses growing on it, and it also leads into the storage tower cupboard thing that leads into the rest of the house. I don't know why I'm meticulously showing you this, but yes, yellow bedroom, magenta bedroom, green bedroom, and of course then the stairs that lead up to the attic floor. I don't know why I went that way, but there we go. This is the light blue, what would be the cyan bedroom, the orange bedroom. I get a little bit confused. Lovely view from this bedroom, by the way, so I appreciate that I showed you that. Lovely little balcony here. I still don't understand the difference between the light blue and the cyan. Why did they decided to have that distinction in colors for the wall in Minecraft? It's a minor thing, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, there we've got like the aqua bedroom, and here we have the turquoise bedroom. There we go. I've gone and renamed the colors, but it's all pretty much the same thing. This does lead up to the top of the chimney, which of course leads down all the way to the bottom of the house. By the way, all of these towers are empty. They have nothing in them. They're beautiful. They have lightning conduction. They're pretty. That's pretty much all that they do. Yes, and so we're back going down the chimney to go all the way back down to the kitchen. I do have to say I am proud of this build. I really enjoyed building this. This just goes underneath the library as a nice way to get to the other side of the house really quickly. I don't really have a purpose for this room, but it does attach to the bottom floor. And underneath here I have like little pool rooms. The bright pool room, which I imagine to be like the normal pool, and the darker pool room, which is like a jacuzzi. The logic evades me, but there you have it. And this leads up to my apiary where I keep my bees. Yes, more towers. You'll notice those little trapdoors going around the house. They're important. I'll show them to you later. They're basically the tunnel system that runs throughout underneath the entire house. And yes, basically I'm just showing you like all of the connections. I don't know why these torches are here. I removed them. There's my apiary, my lovely bees. Say hi to my bees. And this leads through to my map room. I'm showing you every single possible connection because at the time of recording, again, I thought this was very important. More of these trapdoors are the tunnels underneath. I actually built them originally because my bees kept on getting irritated and they would attack me, which was very strange, but yes, this is the back door that leads all the way to the front door, straight through the house. This is my chicken generator, so loaded full of eggs, set off the machine, generates a bunch of chickens, you kill them, they lay eggs, and you get a whole bunch of chicken that winds up in this chest. Really nice system. I haven't figured out the whole cooking them with lava yet, so basically it's raw chicken and a bunch of feathers. My lovely farmlands, my lovely cows, say hello cows, and my lovely sheep, and a solitary pig, which I didn't even notice at the time of recording. I didn't even show you my villages. Over to the right there are my villages, where I do all my trades and stuff to get my emeralds and my levels up. Here's my melons, pumpkins, my cocoa, and of course my papyrus. What are they called in game? Can't remember what they're called in game. My papyrus. They make paper. This of course is the lovely minecart that goes all the way down. It's perhaps my most frustrating thing in Minecraft, is having to run all the way downstairs to get to mining. But this is usually my preferred way of mining. I dig all the way down and have a minecart that runs all the way down, and then I can go and do my exploring underneath. Fantastic for getting diamonds, and fantastic for getting up and down. There are quite a few cave complexes attached to this, which I was rather lucky about. It got me into a lot of like iron, a lot of coal. I was lucky. Of course, here's my nether portal. I usually block it off because I get a lot of piglins that run into my system. So this was the end of day 999, and so let me sleep and take you through to my 1000th day. Why is 1000th a difficult word? Oh, good lord, I'm slurring my way throughout all of these words. It is about 4 o'clock in the morning, so you'll have to excuse me. I recorded this footage and then had to convert it so I could use it in my film editing software. But yes, now I'm going to take you up to my big temple. One of my favorite things to do is to build spheres. I love the whole concept of building spheres in Minecraft because it looks so counterintuitive to, the whole Minecraft build, which is also ironic given that all of my gardens are some variation of rectangle. You'll also notice that throughout my entire build I've got little rivers running everywhere. Basically the entire build is surrounded by rivers. I have this weird internal head canon that as long as I have flowing water around my lands, then vampires won't attack me. Does it make sense? No. This is my ballroom. You'll hear a lot of tinkling over here. It is absolutely fantastic. I regret nothing. I used to have a sacrificial fire pit up here, if you've seen any of my prior videos, but I kind of dropped that. It didn't make much sense. But yes, spherical dome gives it that lovely look. Built a little folly over this side, basically a smaller version of the same thing. Lovely little bridge to the right is my pillager castle, and to the left is my village. Now that castle that I built over there is basically so I could trigger pillager raids without actually putting any of my villagers in serious danger. Prefer to have my raids over there than over by my village. If you've ever had a pillager raid go wrong, you'd understand. Right, so back down. I think this is the point where I show you the actual tunnels that run through the bottom of the house. Again, I thought this was very important at time of recording. Oh no, wait, I'm going to show you the pillager raids first. Excuse me, big burp there. I say pillager raids, I just built like a fort castle sort of space with a lot of open area around it so I could trigger villager raids so that they wouldn't damage anything, or they wouldn't be like stuck behind trees, and all of the caverns underneath are lit up and like with cobwebs and stuff so that they don't spawn in really awkward places. You want them spawning, on top so you can see them coming at you. I have this like little double pit affair so that nothing can get in and nothing can get out. You need to basically do a double jump. And of course my villagers, which are lovely and stuck. You have to do a double jump here so that your villagers don't accidentally go up to the top walkways. What's the word for this? I nearly said catwalks. But yes, lovely place to defend pillagers. I'm going to do a little bit of a weird jump here to get over here. And I also have these little like notches where I can shoot arrows out of, more for aesthetics than anything else. In terms of practicality, I often go for aesthetic over practicality. Here's me doing my lovely little double jump. A double jump, I don't even know if that's the proper term. Anyway, I think this is the part where I go back to the main house to show you my secret tunnels. Secret tunnel. I need to rewatch Avatar. I really enjoyed Avatar, the original series. I enjoyed Korra more than most people, but then again, I enjoy Avatar 1 and 2. Oh, by the way, I really do enjoy the cherry trees that were added to Minecraft. Them adding particles to them just made them all the more better. All the much more. I can't English today. Again, it is 4 in the morning. So yes, throughout the entire house I have these secret tunnels that basically allow me to get quite quickly from point A to point B. And originally I designed them because my bees would get pissed off and then I'd need like a spot to quickly escape from them. And so I'd waterlog a sign, well, in this case 4 signs, so that I could quickly dodge out of the way of the bees and they won't follow me because they can't go through the waterlog. Sorry, it's not a waterlog sign, it's a water source on top of the sign. The sign stops the water from running down. But it's terribly useful for getting in and out. Also, if you want to escape something quite quickly, it's quite nice. Yes, another thing that I really do enjoy is building follies. There's actually 2 additional little, just gazebos, I imagine is a good word for it, that I haven't actually shown in this video, but they're basically 2 like this. And I don't know, they're just nice little spots. I imagine it would be fantastic for having a picnic or something here. I should put benches here. I'll make a note. I love views. It's something that's very important to a build, is that I must have a view of things. And this is my 3rd temple, basically. And, oh, I actually ran out of food. It has been a whole day of running. This temple, I still have no idea what I want to do. I wanted it to be something nature-themed, so I left the grass. But this is pretty much what I've built in here. Very similar to the temple at the top, slightly smaller. This is more of a Grecian-style temple that I built on this side. I say Grecian in my brain. It's nowhere near the scale of the Parthenon in shape or aesthetics. It's just built that way. The inside actually looks a little bit Baptist cult. You'll see when we get inside, but it's basically my fire temple. Actually, rather very similar in design to my house. I have like a block structure that I follow, which allows me to basically, template up a house quite quickly. But yeah, what do you think? Protestant vibes? I grew up as a Protestant, so basically I'm nobody to judge. But yeah, this temple has very... this is me desperately trying to jump, but badly. But yes, a circular design around the flame. I have these storage spaces up here because, well, empty space. And then, oh, let me show you the upstairs, in which I did nothing. Lovely carpets. But yeah, I think I showed you about 80% of this world. There are silly little things like the fountains and stuff, which I think I forgot to show you. I have this tunnel which basically leads all the way to the top because I got sick of running around this like hill mountain thing that just heads off for about I think it's about 500 blocks in that direction before you get out from under the mountain. But this has been, through a lot of, we've had some family sickness this side, some cancer scares with family. I've had my own health issues, and this has been my little escape through what's been quite a difficult 6 months this year. I've really enjoyed this game far too much, as you can tell. This is probably about, I don't actually know. I play Minecraft in weird spouts, like I'll do, maybe 15 minutes one day, and then one day I'll just do like 6 hours of building. And sometimes I'll just be mining, and other days I'll be laying down gardens. But it is my little therapy. I think at this point I'm just going to take you to the top of the tower, which is probably going to be a solid minute of climbing. Had I come prepared, I'd be citing facts at you about some unrelated matter. But here we go again, all the way to the top. What a lovely view. This is the one thing I do appreciate about a good build, is that if you have a very nice view of what you've done. I kind of wish that these wall blocks were just a teeny bit shorter, so that you could look over everything. Again, the mixture of all the trees just makes the gardens absolutely pop with colour. But I think I've run the course with showing you things right now, and I'm going to climb all the way to the top of the tower to show you something actually quite disappointing. I built this tower originally to have like a viewing platform at the top, which was actually very poorly built. At this point, I'm just like holding jump to climb up this ladder. And I was like, I should look at something more interesting. And I'm like, hey, look at the rest of the inside of this boring tower. Content, hashtag. Yeah, but I built this lovely tower with the idea that there'd be this viewing platform at the top. And by the time I'd finished building it, you can't really see much, which is ironic. At some point, I'll do something with glass. Basically, I'd built these wonderful windows, and when you actually stand at the windows, well, you'll see when we get there eventually. Oh, right, wait, here we are. That actually went faster than I thought. Faster than I remembered. But yeah, so like, you just can't see anything. So yeah, I'm going to be redesigning that. Anyway, here's one of my favorite things. I designed a drop. And this is absolute dopamine for me. Serotonin, the happy hormone. Thank you so much for being here with me today and looking at my beautiful build. Thank you for putting up with me over the last year. I know I haven't been producing a lot of content, but it's been fun. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.